All right, so this is another pretty easy one. The last thing that you really need to be taught before we start studying for this unit exam is converting decimals into fractions. So basically, a steps to this is you want to make that decimal into a whole number, and then the denominator is going to be the place value of that decimal. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about. So 0.75. The 5 is in the hundredths. So I know my denominator is 100, just like down here. So 0.625. The 5 is in the thousandths. So I know my denominator is 1,000. Okay. So now I'm making it a whole number. So 0.75, I move it over twice. It becomes 75. And again, it's over 100 because of the place value. Okay, so this is my fraction. Now the only big thing you would have to do is you would have to simplify the fraction. Okay, and we already know how to simplify. So we could go through the process. 25 goes into 75 3 times. 25 goes into 100 4 times. So the final answer would be 3/4. Okay. So 0.75 as a fraction is 3/4. On every exam, you have to simplify. So if you gave me 75 over 100, you would get points taken off for that. You would need the simplified fraction. Okay. So again, so you move this to a whole number. So it's 625 over 1,000. Again, you would be asked to simplify this number. So you can take your nifty grifty calculator out. So we have 25 goes in there 25 times. And 25 goes into 1,040 times. We still got to reduce. Five goes in that, I know, 5 times. 5 goes into that 8 times. So the final answer for this one would be 5/8. So if it asked you on your test to convert 0.625 decimal into a fraction, the only answer that would be accepted would be 5/8 because that's your simplified form. Okay. But you could start off as this. You would have to work your way down from this. So again, you would make it a whole number. So you drop that decimal. Step one, you drop the decimal, make it the whole number. And then you look at your place value as thousands and you put it over 1,000. And then you're going to reduce and simplify. Okay. So same thing here. So let's walk me through it. We got 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 333. So tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So it's going to be over 1,000. Okay. And then you're going to have to go through the simplifying steps. So this one might take a while, unless that's as simplified as it gets. Trying to think what else. No, no. Nope. That might be as simplified as that one gets. But you can work at it a little bit longer and see if you can find anything that divides into it. But all the natural ones you would hit, it's not working. So obviously, the 9s don't divide into 1,000. The 12 doesn't divide evenly into 1,000. The 3s don't divide evenly into 1,000. 11 doesn't divide evenly into 1,000. The 2s can't go into 333 because that's not an even number. The 10 can't go into 333. The 5 can't go into 333 because it doesn't end in a 5. So things you'd naturally think of that would go back and forth. They don't go both into 333 or 1,000, which is why I'm thinking it's probably in the most simplified reduced form. But you can go at it a little longer and see if you can pull anything out. All right, so that is I think our last lesson before we start studying and going and looking at the study guide. And then once we take this exam, then we can start reviewing all of the material from the school year and start getting ready for our finals. That means it must be springtime, spring weather, close to summertime. Hooray! So excited. All right, you guys, have fun practicing. Bye now.